welcome to Oma again. So today I'm in the mood for a Q&A. Yeah, I'm gonna be answering some of your questions. Um, some of the questions that you guys have been asking. I'm going to asking, I'm gonna be answering some of them. So the first question is based on the post I actually put on my page on Instagram and also on YouTube. Someone is asking like you want to know more information about Oma Travels. And basically Oma Travel is just all about like helping students get scholarship, get admission opportunities and also help you to travel around China or literally all over the world. In case you want to travel this summer, you can always like reach out to us, okay? So another person is asking, hello Oma, where can I notarize my police police character in Nigeria, and do I need to authenticate the police clearance? Of course, uh, you need to understand that now, like there are a lot of changes right now. So yeah, you need to like authenticate um, your police certificate. Okay, you can actually get this from the police station because I don't know in China to get this police clearance you can get it from the embassy, but maybe now like there are a lot of changes. So let me just not say what I don't know because I'm not more in I'm not more in Nigeria right now, so I don't know where exactly you can actually get it. But I know that some of you have been asking me where can you get it. You can actually reach out to me on WhatsApp, and I will give you a contact that will help you for you to get it. Okay? Because I actually have someone who can get it for you on WhatsApp. Then I'll give you the contact for free. For free. So someone else is asking, please, I would like to have my master's PhD degree in nursing science done in China 2025. Let me just tell you guys, you see medical field, I do not apply for students. I only help students probably like mostly engineering, science. For medical field, I just literally put myself out of it because I just feel like, guys, the medical industry, if there's any word like that, but the medical field is so competitive. Hmm. It's very competitive. So I do not really tell people that I do help people apply because it's so competitive. But if you want us to help you get it, we can always do that for you. You can actually send your documents and then we'll help you to get it. But if you insist, then fine. You can go ahead and apply. Okay? If you have questions, please leave it down in this case because I'm actually live on Instagram. Yeah, another question. Hello, medical again. Please, next do not help them apply for medicine, nursing, any medical. I'm sorry, I do not do that. It's very competitive. Another question. I'm answering questions that I haven't answered on my YouTube. So also, I heard that undergraduate students will have to study in Chinese and there are only Chinese taught courses. The ones taught in English are only available to pay their master students. This question is asked by Jessica Olimodu. Okay. So she's asking the undergraduate they are not Chinese taught. And also you said that I must do a proficiency test if I want to study in English. Never said that, so you guys really watch my videos. Okay, let's continue. And you said that if you must do proficiency test, that you need to study English, blah 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 blah. I'm trying to summarize because this your question is very very long. Anyways, from what she's asking, she's just basically asking for graduates if there are courses taught in English. Yes, there are courses taught in English. You don't have to stress yourself that you have to do Chinese. The only thing is that for those people in Chinese, it's very competitive. So I just advise you that please. if you can do your major in Chinese, please do because the Chinese is very, very competitive. That's all I know. Someone is asking if I graduated from high school but I'm now taking technical course, am I still eligible to try to get undergraduate or is there any impediment? English students. Ah. In the case of letters of recommendation, can they be from teachers of technical course or must there be teachers of my high school? You want to study undergraduate, you are speaking big English for me. Anyways, let me stop. Okay, let me just be serious because I've just been joking. See, for undergraduate students, please, I don't know much about this recommendation letter for undergraduate because I know that I do not remember. Okay, because I did my undergraduate in Nigeria, so I don't remember them asking me for a recommendation letter from my high school teachers. But I understand for those of you that are trying to come to China, maybe they're asking for a letter, and then you have to be asking your teachers for recommendation letter. I know how it feels, but my dear, anything that they tell you to bring, because let me tell you what America is doing. There are people doing worse than you. There are people doing too much. Do you know what is too much? Some people they've not given them admission. They'll book flights, come all the way to China, go to the school to talk to them. I mean, there are people doing a lot. So if there's anything like more than a lot that you can do, please do. That's all I will tell you because competition. You guys know what it is when something is competitive, and it's not just you. It's not just Africans that are looking for opportunity. There are other people from different part of the world that are looking for different opportunities. So I feel like the reason I'm always talking about this because I realized that a lot of Nigerians do not know. Even when I came here, a lot of people in China they don't know that a lot of students were on scholarship. So you see, I feel like I know the kind of attacks that I get, but it's worth it because I know I still get a lot of testimonies, a lot of people telling me, "Oh, Oma, because I'm always listening to you, you helped me get a job." Do you understand? I mean, a job. When I'm coming and talking to you, it's not as though my life is perfect. It's not as though everything is going on fine for me, but I just use the fact that I was able to get some opportunities and I'm able to help some people and to let them know that these opportunities are available. I feel like that's one of the reasons that a lot of people go ahead to apply for these things. So my advice to you is that anything that you can do to get the opportunity, please do it. Do not like limit yourself. Do not say, oh, Oma, do I need to do this? Oma, do I need to do that? Whatever you know you need to do. Yeah, that's what I'll just tell you. Like that's the summary. All the questions that you guys just asked, this is literally the summary of it. Whatever you know your head, whatever your heart is telling you to do because people are doing more. People are doing more. And this whole opportunity thing, it is grace. Let me go to another question. Hi. Someone already told me about this. Please when you guys ask your questions, I need to know what you guys are talking about. Don't just ask like summary. Do you understand? There's no problem if you look for a technical course after high school. Oh God, I don't understand this your question, please. I'm sorry, Rama. Let me go to another question. From type A registration, after filling out the entire form on the website, must you send the document to the country's embassy? Must they be certified photocopies? Only one? Okay, if you're applying through the embassy, right? If you're applying to the embassy, please send them your documents. Like I just said, if there's anything like doing too much, please do too much. Yeah, send them your documents. For me, I did not apply to the embassy. I applied through the Ministry of Education. So I know somebody who actually got through the embassy. So yeah, she told me that when she was applying, that she actually went to the embassy and she submitted her document. That she applied type B and then she applied type A. So she wasn't even sure she was gonna get it, but she just like just doing her, she was just applying. Do you understand? So and then she was able to get the type A, and she told me that she actually went to the embassy. So if you can actually go to the embassy, do. But I think that would be the best. You're asking me how many documents? Give them one. Just one is okay. And don't give them your original document, okay? Someone is asking, hey, I'm doing my research because I missed out on CSC at the beginning of the year. Since I have not gotten my passport yet, is the CS scholarship open now? No, CS scholarship are closed. So you can actually apply like you can actually what you can do now, you can just try to prepare your documents and do the application later. Okay. Someone's asking, please I want to know more on how to secure a fully funded scholarship in Chinese. Fully funded scholarship in Chinese. Chinese uni. The first thing to know is that all you need to do is check the website, check the school's website so that you know the requirement because every university have their different requirements. Check the website, prepare your documents, then you apply on the CSC portal. After you've applied, okay, but you okay, it's not CSC. Okay, sorry, not CSC. If it's just the university, just go straight to the university, apply there, and then upload all your documents, and that's it. Somebody's asking, I have an interview next week. Hope this helps. Okay, I hope it helps too. Hmm. If you have any more questions, you can leave it down here too, okay? So from the recent live video that I did, I'm going to answer some of the questions there. Someone asked me, Oma, I have 3.8 CGP and recommended by university for CSC. How much chance will I get to be accepted? 3.8. It's okay if you are asking me a question. I need to know is it over 4 points or is it over 5 points? Because for CSC, you need to understand that it's above 70 because some universities, not all the universities, but some universities ask that it has to be over 70%. So if yours is above 70%, then you have a high chance of getting it. Okay. Okay. Someone is asking. I need a is Chinese taught program taught is Chinese taught program better than English taught? To be honest, I've not done English taught program in China, so I'm not the right person to answer this question. But obviously, it's English taught that's gonna be better than Chinese taught. Both of them have advantage and disadvantage. That's the truth. If you're doing your major in Chinese, you have a high chance of knowing how to speak Chinese, and you also have a high chance of getting a job. But if you're doing your program in English taught, hmm, you get good grades, which is so good. But to be honest, I don't know which one I prefer because before I used to tell people that please do English taught because Chinese is very difficult. I will not lie to you, Chinese language is very difficult. But after I have seen the how learning Chinese have really helped me, I now tell people to do Chinese taught. For me, I got two courses. Yeah, I got IT English taught and I got control engineering Chinese taught and I chose to do Chinese taught, which was worst mistake for me because someone like me, I'm not a language person. But if you're actually a language person, then that's not going to be a big deal for you. Okay, so it depends on you. If you're a language person, I'll just advise you please do like a Chinese taught program because you have a high chance of um getting the getting a job after you graduate. Because with masters, you can usually get a job in China. I remember like when I was applying for a job and the agent was asking me like the experience I have and so it does not matter even if I don't have any experience, as far as I have a master's, it doesn't matter, I can get a job. Though some people said that getting the job they could just craft out like experience from home. Though me, I won't do that, but there are some people that will do that. Anyways, my advice to you is that just try your best to learn Chinese. Whether you do it English or Chinese, just learn Chinese. But if you're planning to leave China, why stress yourself? Uh, so someone is asking, how do I reach out to you? Just ask you some questions. You can reach out to me by actually leaving your questions down on YouTube because I always reply all YouTube questions. For me, I prefer YouTube than any other platforms. It's just so easy to just communicate with everybody there. Or you can reach out to me on Instagram as official underscore Oma. I try my best to reply my message on time. Or you can just literally reach out to me on WhatsApp if you have any question. But all the questions are on the website. Okay, not the questions are not on the website on my website. But what is on my website is just the price and what we do. So next question. Hello, I'm from Zambia. I'm confused. Oh, you mean agency number? Oh, okay, okay. If you are applying for CSC Type A under the Chinese Embassy in Zambia, please go to the website and you can actually contact them directly just to get the agency number that you want to use and apply, and they'll give it to you. So someone's asking, what is the process for bachelor in CSC scholarship for CSC scholarship students? Hmm. Oh God, I don't know how to explain this. How do I explain the process for CSC application? I mean, there are a lot of videos I've done on YouTube. Please go check it out. And yeah, because it's a long process that if I start talking, we will not live here today. Mm, another question. So, someone said, do they have spaghetti in China? I beg you, we should be asking me serious questions, please. Of course, they have everything in China. I mean, everything that you guys have in your country is from China. No shades, but that's the truth. Okay, so let's ask you, please, please, when you were about to leave to China around the month, did you go for an interview? I applied, but I haven't been interviewed yet because some of my friends have even gotten admission for September 18th. Oh, the truth is that for those of you that are still waiting for interview, just know that only I think it's only masters and PhD that they normally do interview for. But when I was coming to China, they did not do interview for me. Maybe because I applied for type A. Um, but when I was applying for type B, I did interviews. I did a lot. These people, if you're applying for type B, they will do interview for you. Just know they will not just give you their money like that. They will do interview. They like the best of the best students. Uh, let me see. Let me see. I have all my documents ready. How do I contact you? Okay, if you want to contact me, then I've already on Instagram, or if you're looking for how to apply with Oma Travels, you can actually reach out to me on Instagram too, and I will help you with that because now we are focusing on university application, no more CSC because CSC have closed. And if you also need someone to help you to buy things from China, you can actually reach out to me and I'll also help you. So asking sis, do you teach and study at the same time? Yes. I don't really like to talk about this online because I feel like this is a very, very like it's not something that every student is doing. So I have to be very careful whenever I'm talking about my working and studying in China because in China students are not allowed to work. So I feel like a lot of students get very should I say I don't know the word I will use, but I feel like a lot of students in China get very triggered with the fact with the fact that I am working and I'm a student, especially because most of them are not working and they would desire to work. So I'm always very, very careful when I'm talking about my work and study experience in China. So at the end of the day, what I'll just advise you to do is that if you want to work in China, just ask your school. Not every school will give you the permission, but if your school knows that you're working there, fine. You can actually work. For me, I'm doing my PhD and my school gave me the permission to work. So I'm doing both. I work and I also study. Because to be honest, if you're working, you don't even have time to study. Let me just tell you the truth. I never have time to study because all I think about is how to make money, 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 money. I never study. I wish that I would just stop working. Even last week, I think last week or last 2 weeks, I said, you know what, I'm not going to work. And I took a break. I did not go to work last week. And I just like, I beg, I'm not going to work. I'm just going to focus on my study. And I'm just going to pray God is going to provide all the money I need. I'm not going to stress myself. And by the end of the week, I felt like, oh God, I need some more money. I need money. I need money. And I went to work because the work I do is not like a full time work, it's part time. And it's not like I'm going to just one school, I go to different schools. So maybe this school can come this week, next week another school can come. So the truth is that sometimes I don't want to work, but I just have to push myself to work because I want to make money. I do miss Beijing because when I was on the double scholarship in Beijing, for those of you guys that don't know, I was on the CSC Type A scholarship, and you're getting money from China. You're also getting money from um, you're also getting money from the government, which was so beautiful because I mean, imagine just getting double stream of income. It was so cool. I miss that right now. I would advise you, please, hmm, please go for go for type A if you can. Because this type B, the money is not like the money is not much. Most times you will just be very depressed. Most times you just be sad. It's very competitive. The school every time they're always like you have to go for activities, you have to go for this, you have to go for that. So it's always very, very competitive. And the beautiful thing about Beijing too was that in Beijing they were more about school, they were more about study. That's why it looks like I was a star that I knew how to sing because in Beijing not everybody know how to sing. Everybody just all about academics, all about study, study, study. But if you're able to know how to like do other activities apart from study, book, they just like that. Why in places like university or places like here now, I feel like they put too much effort on the activities than the study. I'm realizing that a lot of classes that we had, we didn't write exams. In Beijing, it was never like that. Even though we're doing masters, we always had to write exams. But I realized that here we don't write exams. All we do is write like paperwork, which is also very scary because imagine that you write a paperwork and you don't do really well in your paperwork. That is zero. That is like you're gonna get zero. So yeah. I do miss Beijing all the time. I sit all the time. I just today I was even thinking about it. I was like, oh my god, I really took so many things for granted. That I remember when I was like leaving school, and I remember my teachers reaching out to me. They were like, oh, why don't you register for Chinese major? And I'm like, what is this teacher saying? That I should register for Chinese major because if I'm going to register for Chinese major, that means I'm going to be done paying my fees. I remember I'm like, how will I be registering for Chinese major when I already have like a job opportunity? I already have like another PhD. I had two opportunities when I graduated. I had a PhD and I had a job. So of course I'll go for the job. Unknowing to me that working in China you have to be very careful because you cannot just trust every company in China. Unknowing to me that I had needed to be so careful. Now, if I get a job in China, I'm even going to travel all the way there, check the place, check the people before I actually start working there, and make sure that the money they have said they'll give to me is what they're going to give to me. That's definitely what I'm going to do. But I rushed, and I don't have any regrets. I just have like things I've learned, and then I was like, even if I didn't go for the job, I still had the PhD to go for. But now I think about it that that PhD. It's not for everybody, yo. Let me just, guys, school life is not for everybody. If school is not for you, don't force it. And I think school is not for me. I don't know. Right now, I'm confused because this is so tough. Right? My semester is really like stressing me right now. Okay, another question. How many students on average schools do admit in a year for CSC scholarship? How am I supposed to know this question? Sorry. How many students on average schools do admit in a year for CSC scholarship? You guys, the question you guys used to ask me is so funny. Are you asking me how many students do they admit in a year for CSC scholarship? Is it me that you're asking this question? Hmm. Oh, let me reply what I said to you. It depends on the Chinese and the what the government. It's not nobody know. The funny thing is that in a year they can say they will just admit like two students. That's the truth. I mean, two students from a country. Oh, that's what I'm. When I say two students, I'm referring to like Nigeria. So every country they might just like have this amount of people that they want to admit for that year. So that's why sometimes when people say, "Oh, I didn't get opportunity," blah blah. Blah. In my mind, I'm like, "Why are you stressing yourself?" Because this school just literally decided to pick just one student in your country. So literally, when you're a child, it's almost like you're competing with your Africans, your fellow Africans. That's how I feel because the opportunities are very limited, and the amount of students they want to pick in Africa are not many. So it's always like a competition, especially university scholarship. God, I will never go for university scholarship in my life again. Eh, God, it's better for you to pack your things and go to your country because the competition is so bad. Oh my God, competition for university scholarship, especially if you're not sure that you're fully funded. It's not easy. It's not easy. To be honest, like literally, life is tough for so many people that I'm beginning to like understand like why some people are just mad, why some people are just crazy. I mean, sometimes I'll be asking myself, why is that some people are just weird, they have weird character. I'll just be judging people. But now I'm realizing why. People are going through so much. People are really, really going through a lot. So sometimes we need to be very patient, we need to be loving, we need to be understanding. I mean, don't look at the person's behavior, look at the situation that is causing that person to behave the way they are behaving. It's not their fault. There are a lot of things that people are going through. So I think that one of the things I'm learning is to understand people, even though it's really difficult for me because sometimes people really get on my nerves a lot. And I'm trying my best to understand people, to love people, and also focus on money. Guys, see this book. I don't know if you guys can see. I just got this book, and it's about money. It's about like the name of the book is Rich Dads Increase Your Financial IQ, Get Smarter with Your Money. I realized that I stopped reading. I used to be a reader. For those of you that don't know, before I came to China, I used to work for a company involving height, and they used to sell books, and I loved working with them. So I used to read a lot of books before I came here. And I noticed that when I came to China, I stopped reading. For those of you that don't know, before I even got a scholarship, I used to go to the library a lot. And I'm sorry to admit this. I know I don't look like someone that likes to read, and I don't really like to read. Let me never lie. I'm not the reading type. I'm not the type that people say, "Oh, she's a guru." No, people don't see me like that because of how I'm always playing, because of how I'm always like behaving. You understand? But I want to tell you something. When I left my banking job in Nigeria, I literally didn't have anything to do, and I was like, "Oh, I had this dream. I want to become an entrepreneur." Blah blah blah. I just remember just going all the time to read. I just remember going to the library, my mom's library, because of the MB. I wanted to get like free Wi-Fi because as a Nigerian, I don't have money to be paying for MB. I was a YouTuber before I came to China. For those of you that don't know, so I was like focused on my YouTube channel, on my social media platforms. Please like this video, subscribe to our channel, guys. You guys have been on YouTube, I've been on Instagram, I've been on all the social media platforms for the longest time, and I'm so proud of myself that I'm still consistent, even though so many times I want to give up. I don't like you guys. Sometimes I'm just like literally tired of being online, but I don't know, maybe it's like God pushing me to keep doing what I'm doing. But anyways, I remember that I used to go to the library a lot, and I just used to read random things because when you're in the library, everybody is just quiet, you're bored. So of course you just be reading. And I was also preparing to get a job because I wanted to work in Nigeria. But I just remember that that was actually around the time that I wrote the CSC exam and I got the scholarship. So what I would just say is that hmm, I even forgot. I don't even talk about the fact that I used to read. I don't tell you guys, oh, pray, do this, do that. I used to read, though. I used to read. I used to pray. I used to do a lot of things. I used to go to church a lot. That's another thing that you guys don't know. I was a church girl. Forget all this makeup and posting and everything. I remember when I was in Nigeria, I used to go to church every day because I was always very busy. On Monday, there's a church I used to go. Tuesday, I knew that I had to back up in church because I was in choir, so I have to go to church on Tuesday. Wednesday, I would have to go to another church. Thursday, sometimes I'll still go and back up again because maybe a lot of people are not available and someone wants to like say, "Oh ma, please back up for me." Friday, I was free on Friday. I don't think I went anywhere on Friday. Saturday was his choir rehearsals. We have choir rehearsals. Oh no, Wednesday. Yeah, on Wednesday I had to go to church. A church I used to go to. Then I had choir rehearsal on Wednesday. And then on Sunday was church. On Thursday, I had another rehearsal that I used to go for, and this was a private minister. She used to minister to different kind of churches. Sometimes we even travel to Lagos to go and minister, and I had to back up for her. So that was something I was doing. So I was literally always in church, and I think that that was when my parents they had it. They said, "Oh, you're always in church. You're always singing. You need to go get a job, or you need to get something." I think that God brought me here to literally prepare me properly for where He wants to take me to, which I used to be like, I'm so thankful for. But at the end of the day, I really do miss home too. I need to go home some one of these days because I've been here for such a long time. And sometimes I'm just like bored because I don't have like my kind of people here. But most of you guys are always like really busy with all your questions. So keep it coming. And I want to say a very big thank you to every one of you guys that have been supporting the brand. I know that I'm not perfect, but you guys just missing your question, it just makes me feel like so I'm doing something, oh. I'm doing something, oh. I'm sorry, I took a lot of sweets, guys. And so I'm really acting weird. You guys know that I took a lot of this sweet. And when them I take a lot of sugar, I don't know, I act weird. I act so happy. Anyways, I'm gonna stop here because the video is getting long. If you have any questions, please ask me your questions. And I just want to say that I'm gonna try my best to becoming live as possible because I just want to like let you guys get to know me more. Let's just chat. That's what we'll be doing. Okay, I will see you guys in my next video. So those of you on Instagram see half of my face. I'm sorry, I'm actually live on YouTube, but I decided I want to be live on both platforms today. So let me see questions that you guys have for me here. Mm, someone say I miss you. I miss you too, Monica Alvendo. I I want you guys to understand something about social media. Mm. Um, Life is very spiritual. For those of you that don't know, and because I feel like I always come here, and I'm always talking about like China, and I'm always talking about CSC scholarship. I feel like I I have always been attacked. Yeah, I have been attacked a lot of times. Even recently in my school, they say things. They say saying some things that oh, you should stop posting online. You should stop posting about politics. You should stop posting about this. I know they're referring to me. They were saying some of you that are stars online. And you guys don't know, but on WeChat, I have a lot of followers. I have over 13,000 followers on WeChat, which allowed me to have the tick. You know that tick that you guys used to see on Instagram? That tick that is blue. So I do have that tick on WeChat, which is yellow. But it wasn't really because of my random posts that I normally do. I think I have that tick because of why do I have that tick again? I think it's because of my travel videos that I used to post. But anyways, I feel like there are a lot of battles that I have been facing concerning being online. But it's okay because I don't really care because I know who I am. I know who I am in Christ, and I'm not scared of nobody. Like someone told me that there's nothing like that word. I'm not scared of nobody. I don't know. You guys tell me, is there anything like I'm not scared of nobody? I watch it a lot on movie and I'm a movie person. So anyways, I want to end this video. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Leave your question down below. I'll answer it. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.